Hi everyone, Oleg Tkach here with your weekly rate update. And yesterday, the long-awaited last Fed meeting of the year happened, and the Fed members and Mr. Jerome Powell, the head of the Fed, complete 180 from the last meeting, from his last stance of higher rates for longer. It completely took a turn, and in fact, right now, the expectation is that the Fed is now done raising. I mean, he made a comment that the Fed's done raising, even though it's not off the table, that they see it as they're done with rate hikes. And he also indicated three rate cuts in 2024, which is completely different than what he said a week and a half ago, that it's way too early to even discuss rate cuts. Therefore, we saw rates improve further. Now, in addition to that, there's also, Fed members and they track what they expect things to happen a couple years out. And in addition to the three rate cuts in 2024, there's an expectation that there's going to be 4 rate cuts in 2025 and 3 more in 2026. So we might be entering officially a new rate cycle where over the next few years, we're going to see rates continuing to come down, potentially back into the 3% range in 2026. So great news for the market, great news for not just, mortgage rates, but for car loans, credit cards, everything else in between, but specifically for mortgage rates and the housing market. Now, with that said, what does it mean for you if you're a buyer? Well, what we do know is that high interest rates, although they feel bad in the moment, they do help you negotiate and give you negotiating power with sellers, and they do help lower purchase prices. Now, with that said, if rates do keep coming down and they come down a lot faster than expected, we're going to see the crazy bidding wars that we saw back in the beginning of 2021. We're not far from that. But overall, anybody that's locking in a property right now in December, beginning of January, anybody that got into a property in November, most likely we're going to be looking back 6 months from now saying, wow, that's a great time to buy. You got yourself a great purchase price, because, again, if rates come down, we're definitely going to see home prices shift up as people's buying power is going to come back. So that is your weekly rate update. Overall, phenomenal news for interest rates. If there's anything at all that me or the team could do for you, let us know. Otherwise, we hope you have a great weekend, and we'll update you next week.